waves of change. It's time to get things changing. The place from dirty things on the beach. It's wave of change.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our special program, Waves of Change. My name is Dennis Mavromichalis, and today we're going to be talking about the issues on the Cypriot beaches and the water pollution. Today, I have invited the guest who knows about this from inside out, the person that does diving for a long time, who is the master in scuba diving, open water, and many more, Festus. Hello, Festus.
Hi, Dennis.
Welcome. Nice to see you here.
Nice to see you too. Thanks for having me.
How long are you doing the scuba diving, to be particular?
I've been diving for 4.5 years. Yeah.
4.5 years?
Yeah, 4.5 years.
So how old were you when you started?
I started when I was 18.
Okay. Did you see any changes from when you started and now when you do diving, some changes in water pollution and the quality?
About 4 years ago, there was still a few, plastic in the sea. But what I've noticed of a recent that it keeps accumulating more and more in the waters of Cyprus. Cyprus is not at a crisis level yet, but it's something worth mentioning and creating awareness so that people will start acting early, because the faster we act, the less we will get into troubles in the future.
Do you believe that the quality of the beaches, the cleanliness of the beaches also plays a significant role in water pollution?
Yeah, it plays a very significant role, and it doesn't just start from the beaches, it starts from the land. Or the sea pollution starts from the land. Whatever waste that is being trashed out improperly can make its way to the sea, either being carried by the rain or by the wind.
Right. So to support our conversation, we're going to go to the special VT segment that were prepared by our colleagues. Let's have a look.
Over 70% of the Earth is covered by our seas, but they are currently under tremendous pressure. Pollution is now one of the most harmful influences in marine environments. Every year, waste dumped on land gets swept by wind and water into rivers and finally into the sea. On our beaches, this waste degrades natural beauty, hinders tourism, and leaves coastal towns with the ongoing burden of cleanup. However, the consequences are much worse below the surface. Fishing lines, nets, and six-pack rings entangle marine life. Sea turtles and seabirds consume plastic bags, mistaking them for food, often leading to malnutrition or internal harm. But the damage doesn't stop there. As plastics break down into microplastics, they become almost impossible to remove. These tiny particles drift through the water column, absorbing toxins and entering the food chain. This chart shows how dramatically plastic has taken over Cyprus's beaches. It's a reminder that the pollution crisis isn't distant or abstract. It's happening right here on our shores, and it's getting harder to ignore. Locals have been showing their distress about the matter, not only on social media, but also on news outlets. One woman states, We are seeing unacceptable things in our sea. I even made a video showing how the sea under the pedestrian bridge looked. It was like a polluted lake. I sent it to everyone, and they all said, yes, it's unacceptable. Yet, despite the scale of the problem, hope remains. Around the world, communities, scientists, and young activists are pushing for cleaner oceans, sustainable practices, and smarter waste management. Every small decision, from reducing single-use plastics to supporting responsible fishing, can help restore the delicate balance of our marine world. This hopefulness shows through the voices of people. Beach cleaning volunteers have stated, "Together we can create a cleaner, kinder world." Our goal is to give back to the community, protect nature, and support anyone facing challenges. So, what are some ways we could all help keep our beaches clean? Protecting our beaches and oceans doesn't always require big actions. Sometimes the smallest choices make the biggest difference. Reducing single-use plastics is one of the simplest ways to help. Choosing reusable bottles, bags, and containers means less plastic ends up on our beaches and in the sea. Proper waste disposal also plays a key role. Trash left behind on the sand doesn't stay there. It is carried by the wind and waves into the ocean, where it can harm marine life and ecosystems. Participating in local beach cleanups helps remove waste before it reaches the water, while also raising awareness within the community. These efforts not only protect wildlife, but also preserve the natural beauty of Cyprus's coastline. Protecting the ocean starts on land, and with everyday actions, we can help ensure that Cyprus's beaches remain a place of life, beauty, and balance.
I'm going to ask you if that was like a video, and you say yes, it was. That was a very interesting beauty segment, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a very awareness video.
We're going to come back to more discussion after a short commercial break. Stay with us.
Wave of change. Wave of change.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the special program, The Waves of Change. And today we're talking about the water pollution and the cleanliness of the beaches of Cyprus. Today I'm in the studio with my special guest, Festus. Festus, we watched a VT segment before the commercial break, and I think it's a good time to discuss what we just saw.
I watched the video and it's quite disheartening. And at some point, I started thinking about a solution, in my head, and started thinking instead of having all this waste in our beaches, maybe if we can rethink the system, instead of having waste, we have economy. We build economy around this waste such that the plastic can be properly recycled, maybe turned into other products which can go back to the system and being reused, while also maintaining health and safety standard. And another thing that popped on my mind was it's not just plastic that causes pollution in the sea. We also have industrial sector, the agricultural and urban waste. These also contribute to the pollution at sea. These pollutants that travel far, dissolve into smaller particles, which is called microplastic, and some of them cause what is being called dead zones, where the marine lives over there lacks oxygen and they all die. And currently, according to the National Geographical News, we have over 400 dead zones around the world, and this is very disheartening. So if we, as a community, as a people in Cyprus, can mitigate or use less of plastic, or after using, we can, trash it properly to the designed areas for. We can build a proper solution.
Let me step in with a little bit of thinking and elaborating on what you just said. I'm actually curious. Do you believe that if we change the plastic product, let's say the bottles and consuming the plastic in those amounts that we do, if we reduce that and we go into more eco-friendly products, do you think that's going to make a change?
Yeah, it will definitely make a change. It will definitely make a change.
How big do you think it's going to be?
A lot. It's going to be a lot of changes in such that we will have less plastic in our seas.
Do you know the thing that people, that especially consumer, let's say, take easy scenario, people go to the coffee store and they take those, cups, and they take the straws, let's say. Now they're not plastic anymore. They are made of this thin little, and people complain a lot about that. Do you think we have to make more actions in maybe take it step by step and start from something simple, or is that simple enough to start from?
From a personal opinion, I think it's simple enough for a start. And because these are little things that we spend a few minutes using, but they end up in our environment for years. And these kind of steps should be supported by everyone, not just activists.
Right. That was the opinion of our special invited guest, Festus. Thank you for staying with us, and we hope that after watching this program, you're going to think better and wisely about your behavior on the beaches and the sea. Thank you very much, and see you in the next week. Take care of yourself.
Waves of change, it's time to get things changed and clean.